It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only Survivor podcast. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how you doing today? It's a Thursday.
Yeah, it's a Survivor Gabon Thursday. You know, we had Marquesas Monday.
We have Marquesas Monday. We generally record on Survivor Sundays, occasionally Survivor Saturdays, and then we did introduce Marquesas Mondays this past season we watched. But here's the thing, Thomas. You're acting as if there's not a season of Survivor that starts with TH, when in fact season 4 is called, that's right, today is a Thailand Thursday.
Yeah.
So, a new segment. Oh, and Thomas, in fact, speaking of TH, this is in fact a Thomas's Thailand Thursday. What do you think of that?
I love it.
So we're not actually watching Survivor Thailand this week. We're watching a different show called Survivor Gabon, Earth's Last Eden. Thomas, did you watch Survivor Gabon, Earth's Last Eden last night?
Earth's Last Eden, what are they talking about? The LAN center that we used to go to before it closed?
Oh, shit. I think about that place all the time.
It's the first place I saw someone play Guitar Hero.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. Feels like a million years ago.
I have such fond memories of playing the video game The Ship.
Yep, we definitely played that there.
That was like my favorite game for a good year or two in high school because it was very fun. And I thought about like reintroducing it into my life, and I looked it up and I was like, I don't feel like this would be as fun without like the group of people sitting right next to you on a very hot computer
playing it, and it definitely is more fun if there's like people in the same room as you. I think it was fun very specifically in the context of that place.
And it really helps if your fingers are covered in old Pocky.
Yeah, you're eating Pocky, you're drinking balls. We've already talked about Balls Energy on this show before, but you're drinking Balls Energy. Yeah. You're drinking Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Oh, speaking of Mountain Dew Hot Chili or whatever, super hot Mountain Dew, what is that about? Is that real?
I think Mountain Dew's really leaning into just being the most fucked up thing to drink possible, where they're like, we're going to have alcoholic Mountain Dew. We're going to put Flamin' Hot Cheetos in it. Fuck you.
Yeah, and people are gonna
and they're right.
People are gonna gobble it up. Ooh, do you think they'll give me a free can of Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew if I get the vaccine?
Oh man, that would fucking whip ass. I'd get it again.
Yeah. I hope the vaccine is. What if the vaccine?
Yeah.
What if the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew actually is the vaccine?
Yeah, the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew's finally been approved. It's got FDA approval now. It's all clear.
This is their way of getting it. They're just like hoping those two overlap, those two audiences.
Big Pharma doesn't want you to know the real cure for the COVID-19.
Yeah,
it's Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's not that horse dewormer everyone's using now. It's
ivermectin.
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
We're fucking over it.
Yeah, so this week's episode...
Is that a thing? I don't know.
This week's episode of Earth's Last Eden... Gabon, Earth's Last Eden, I should say, excuse me. It's really important that we use the full title. Because they wouldn't title it that if they didn't want us to use it, you know?
I mean, they're certainly saying it a lot.
Yeah, and we follow Jeff Probst. This week's episode was called This Camp is Cursed. What do you think of that episode title, Thomas?
Good and accurate.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Pretty run of the bell. We judge a lot of episode titles on this here show, and oftentimes they're Survivor, and sometimes we give bad reviews, so I think it's only fair that we judge our own episode titles to the past 25. Thomas, episode 275 was called The Ultimate Vibes Podcast. What do you think of that episode title?
I think that's the one to beat. I think that's as good
number
a
one with a bullet right now.
Is.
The Ultimate Vibes podcast, while putting this together, I saw that, and it reminded me of something you mentioned recently to me. And I wanted to ask you, how is Tinder Vibes? Is that still a thing?
It's still there, and they still ask you questions that make me feel old, so I don't like it. They're like, what's your song of the summer? And it's like 3 songs I haven't heard of and 1 song I don't like.
Yeah. Classic old man shit. Old man yells at computer in hand.
Yeah, I'm not putting Olivia Rodrigo on there. It's fine. I'm not listening to it though.
Wow, Thomas, you sound like a real old 276. Big Tom, not Big Tom.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good.
Throwing my weight around. I'm 30 years old, damn it. These kids need to get off my lawn.
277 is the original Cheeto in Chief. Do you remember who we were talking about there?
Boy.
It was a boy, as all presidents have been.
I don't know, Johnny Bananas.
No, it was actually Chester Alan Arthur, I believe.
Oh, that's true.
This is the only Survivor podcast worth listening to. We can all agree. 278 was called.
Became president because there was a long time where they would just let you walk up to the president and like multiple. It took presidents getting shot that way multiple times for them to be like, maybe we should have some guys here or something.
Just put some guys up. I think that's great. Yeah. We are pro-president here on this podcast, and we're not only saying that because the CIA listens to it. 278 was called His Only Crime Against Women. I think, overall, pretty bad.
Yeah, not great. I don't know what we were talking about. Not funny out of context, and I don't remember the context.
I want to say we were talking about our friend from back home, Corey Wharton.
Ah.
Which, I mean, I think the joke there is probably not true. I don't know. Slander, we can't say. The CIA listens to this. Here's a good one. 279, Big Sonic and Tails, but Sonic is spelled with a C.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine? I thought it was good. 280, Real Heads Know. Oh, Thomas. Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, just cracking open a beverage, no big deal.
This is a little segment called Bottle Check. Thomas, what are you drinking there?
Just a little one of the tall, skinny cans of LaCroix. It's a Mure Pepino. It's blackberry cucumber. Naturally essence, sparkling water.
It's beautiful. I love that for you. Not too many bubbles. That's what I like about those skinny cans.
Yeah.
You know, I can get overwhelmed with bubbles. I'm drinking just a regular old classic water.
I'll have plain.
Okay. 280 is called Real Heads Know. I think fine. We seem to be in a little bit of a slump.
They do know.
Episode titles. Yeah. 281, 90s baby onlys. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
I want to thank the fans for
sticking by
us through this extremely rough run of titles.
282, Chemtrails over Cagayan. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. That's a Lana Del Rey song about Survivor, of course. 283.
Jeff Del Probst.
Lana Del Probst, is that what you said?
I said Jeff Del Probst.
Jeff Del Probst, that's even better. 283 is called Antonio de Tigrio. A lot of Tiger.
What was this?
I don't know. Tony the Tiger. Remember? Tony the Tiger?
If I could, I would be him.
284 is called Billy Simlish. I think.
Yeah, that's title. Pretty good.
That's a very good one.
I like that
it's
one.
Like up with the times. Like people love The Sims. Kids love Billie Eilish. It's funny. It's good. But is it as good as 285 Kiss the Crew? And it's the initials are CDC.
Yep, love that.
It's very good. But the very next week, 286, we did invent a new holiday, and that holiday is called 9/11 in May.
Yep, 9/11 in May. Everyone's talking about it.
Coming up is classic 9/11, which we will talk about, I'm sure.
They introduced new 911 and people didn't really like it, but it was actually a ploy to get them to buy more regular 911 when they reintroduced the 911 Classic.
They were trying to push 1.6 as a thing, and I was like, another date I have to remember? No, thank you. You know, the thing that happened?
Yeah, it's like when people are like, oh, it's my half birthday. Like, you don't get to have two birthdays. You don't get to have two 911s.
287, A Million Tries, $1 Million, The Boston Rob Story. Decent title for a Survivor podcast.
Lightly got him there.
Yeah, got you, bud. 288, Jake's 11th birthday. Just accurate.
How was it?
From what I recall, it was good. We watched that episode of Survivor. Remember? At a party, and we watched that episode of Survivor, and everybody was there. Remember?
I don't think so.
Maybe you weren't there. 289 was the Double Beatles. I think the Double Beatles is a great concept.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Did they just hire lookalikes? Is that what it is?
Well, that's the question. That's why you got to tune in to find out.
Oh,
and you know what? I will. I'll go back and re-listen to that episode to remember, what is the Double Beatles exactly?
Just imagining a show called The Double Beatles on Netflix with the really annoying trailers that they play if you hover over something for more than half a second.
Yeah, and then you're watching the whole thing, and then you're 3 episodes into the Double Beatles, and you're like, fuck, I really do care about Ringo.
I don't like Ringo, but Ringo 2 is pretty cool. I hope he's okay.
Okay, so you haven't gotten to the episode where they stop calling each other by 2 and 1, because Ringo 2 does eventually change his name to Ringo.
He changes his name to Rango Star. Rango Store.
Where you can buy all your Rango merch. Did you hear they're closing the Disney store downtown here?
No!
I know, where are you going to get your Rango merch now?
They sell there.
Rango merch. It's like the exclusive Rango merch store. They also
Rango
sell
a Disney movie? I thought that was DreamWorks.
Yeah. No, Thomas, you're thinking of Shrek. 290 is the Shrek to my Fiona.
Oh, damn, that's a fucking great transition.
Pretty good. Pretty good title. You would almost think that it was Valentine's Day, but it was not. It was, in fact, June, because 291 is Did You Watch Sunvivor last night? Because it was Father's Day. I think pretty good. Self-referential, which is always good on podcast. 292, Adventure Means Farting.
Yeah, could be better.
Could be better.
Not
and
our
people
best
say,
work.
and I would say this podcast could be better, but I look at the reviews and they're all 5 stars. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't know how we're supposed to change if people, just give us positive feedback, which I'm not telling them to stop doing. In fact, I'm only encouraging them to do it more.
Yeah. 293 is called Marcasian Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
I think maybe in comparison to what we've had so far, but I think if we're talking as a whole, bottom third.
So maybe this slump is a little slow. Maybe it's a little long, the slump. But we did have the Double Beatles in there, which was fun.
We'll always have the Double Beatles.
294, a good guy and a good judge, probably. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Were we ever so young? We were in for a rude awakening about whether he was a good guy or a good judge.
Yeah. 295, though, we all can agree, is a good guy. There was a whole documentary about how he's a good guy, and that guy's name is Michael Basketball Jordan.
That's right.
He was in Space Jam 2, and it was a really funny bit. So you can go back and listen to that episode. It was 295. 296, Make America Garfield again.
Yeah. See? You thought we fell off, but look at what the premium content we're giving you.
I know we're not supposed to be making those hats anymore or any parodies of them, but I do love
work this time. Okay, people won't just assume it's the regular hat. It'll definitely be
because this time it's gonna be orange.
It's definitely not like a hat there where someone either immediately assumes you're just wearing a MAGA hat, or they think you're doing that, and then they see it's a joke hat and immediately get even more annoyed. People are going to point at it and be like, whoa, hilarious.
MAGA stands for Make America Garfield Again. It's funny. Okay? Trump is just funny now because he's not in office.
Yeah, these libs are triggered just because I'm trying to send Odie to Abu Dhabi.
Odie Abdi. No, I can't do it. Can you do it? Can you combine them?
Obdi Dhabi, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not working. Anyway, you know what is working? It's 297, the Progressive Expanded Universe. That just feels like
I like
free
that just because
advertising.
the concept of it is really fun.
It just feels like free advertising for Progressive, which
It's going to show up at the end of the new Flow movie.
Maybe it's 298. Damon lied a lot. The creator of Lost. Known liar. The whole story was fiction, you revealed to me in that episode. I was very upset.
Yeah. It was tough. We talk about Lost a lot because we talk about reality TV, so it was tough pill for both of us to swallow.
Yeah. Last week was 299. Inertia isn't a property of gaming.
Love it. It's great.
It's very good. It's very good.
Another
it was
classic title.
It was between that and one other title last week, and I read them both out loud, and then I was like, oh, obviously it's Inertia isn't a property of gaming. I don't remember what the other one was, so don't ask me. What do you think is the best title of these last 25? And admittedly, about half of them were pretty bad.
Ultimate Vibes Podcast, number 1.
The Ultimate Vibes Podcast, number 1, starting off strong. Is it better? Is it better than the Double Beatles, though?
Yes.
All right. Well, start off strong and decline over time. Just like the show's Survivor's viewership. Not this one, though. Not this show. Not this Did You Watch Survivor last night. Only increasing because we are the only Survivor podcast. This episode of Survivor Gabon, Earth's Last Eden, first aired on October 16, 2008. How old would you have been October 16, 2008, Thomas?
I would have been 17 years old on October 16, 18th, 2008.
It's a really funny joke you made because you caught my slip up. That's hilarious. Last week's episode received 13.28 million viewers, and I didn't stutter over any of those numbers. Jackie got voted out. Do you think the viewership increased or decreased after that? Jackie, popular lady. I'll tell you that.
I'm going to say that it increased by 2 million.
Why the sudden jump? You think 2 million people hated Jackie that much?
People were fucking done with Jackie. No more, they said.
No, Jackie was a ride or die for about 500,000 people. This only got 12.81 million viewers. We start off on the Fong tribe. Sugar is surprised to see Kelly come back to camp. And we learn that Sugar has named Exile the Sugar Shack. What do you think of the name The Sugar Shack?
I like it. I'm into it.
It's very good. Yeah. 5 stars, Sugar. Great job.
Big fan of Sugar just getting to hang out and vibe instead of having to suffer at camp where no one has food.
You might call her the ultimate vibes castaway.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way on a show with otherwise bad vibes.
That is what everybody says about this season.
People get mad at you when you try to quit Survivor, but what if the show has bad vibes or is unpleasant to be around?
We're just asking the question. I think this is a great season. I think it's very fun. I love it. Over on Coda, they catch an electric fish. Great stuff. Back on Fong, they go check out an elephant. And Ace and Maddie go canoe over to the elephant to get a better look. This was fantastic. I, again, don't understand why people make fun of this season. It's really cool. All of the wildlife and everything. I love it.
Big fan of all the elephants and all the other wildlife. Lots of wildlife. Way more than we usually get to see.
Mm-hmm. Too much, you might say. Overwhelming. I just want to learn about all these animals. Some of these animals I don't even recognize. But we'll get to that in wildlife shots. At the reward challenge, there's a pile of fruit, and then they toss it through a structure while the other tribe plays defense, swatting down the fruit. This was a very good challenge.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I will say, this is a weird season, but I think the challenges have been pretty good so far.
In childhood, you remember my next door neighbor, Tim.
Yes.
He and I...
Shout out to Tim.
He and I created a game called Hua Pole Ball, which worked in a much similar way, where one of us would have a basketball, and the other one would have a pole, and there would be on one end of the court a basketball hoop, and on the other a hockey net. And the goal of the defensive person was to take the pole and swat the ball down and then strike it into the hockey net. And it was my dad's least favorite game because he said I ruined one of his poles. But I still have fond memories to this day.
Yeah. I'm sorry that your dad didn't want you to innovate.
Yeah. Do you remember that show Z Games or whatever on Disney Channel?
Yeah, didn't you submit this to that or something?
Yeah, they never called us, and then the show got canceled. And
everyone's holding you back.
Now there's no research on it. Yes.
Everyone on Z Games.
Everybody on Z Games. I actually organized their downfall because they never called me back. I got the show canceled. Before canceling was even a thing, I got that show canceled. Look at us now, though. Canceling everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks to Joe Rogan and his podcast.
And whom is doing the canceling?
You know who's not getting canceled? Bob Nye, the science guy, who's very excited that the winner of this challenge will get an herb garden. I completely understood. Herbs are great.
Yeah. When Bob said that he wanted the herb garden, I felt that.
Oh, for sure. I think this is a very great challenge. I was very excited about it. At one point, Randy does make a rolling dive, which was cool. Maybe that's why Kareem got mad at you on Reddit, because his rolling dive was actually very cool that Randy did.
Yeah, good for him.
And you didn't consider that? It's all right.
I didn't. And you know what? It was unfair of me.
Ace, at one point, got hit in the face with a watermelon. I think that's good. Lakota wins the challenge 18-16, and Sugar is once again sent to the Sugar Shack. Charlie says the rich are getting richer. Ain't that the truth? You know?
More and more every day, becoming more true about how the Kona tribe are always getting rich.
Mm-hmm. Well, Survivor is really just like a microcosm of the real world. And the actual world that we live in, society.
No, that's the challenge. You're thinking of the challenge.
I'm thinking of the challenge.
Survivor doesn't have anything to do with the real world.
No, you're right. Well, I mean, there are survivors on the challenge now, so sort of, but what I'm saying is Survivor is like a microcosm of society, and just like the rich keep getting richer, you know?
We live in a Survivor.
And do you ever think that you can rearrange Charlie's names, the letters in Charlie's name, to spell out lie and also rich? And also the first Survivor winner's first name was Rich. So, a lot of conspiracies. And
shit's crazy. And
Abraham Lincoln drove a Kennedy car.
Yeah. Bet you didn't know that.
And that car, his secretary. So, who's to say that we're actually not progressive?
Yeah, come on.
Sugar enjoys her time in the Sugar Shack. Great stuff. Always more sugar all the time. But not for me. I'm diabetic, so please keep it away. You know? Spikes my blood sugar.
But, you gotta, what else are you gonna do there, you know?
If there were a contestant
that's how you like to relax. I don't know.
Relax with sugar? Yeah, right. Makes me so hyper.
Well, not if you're in, like, a coma.
That's not how it works. I don't know how it works. I've never been in a coma, but I don't think sugar, just
Someone
straight
please
sugar.
explain it to me.
What, you just, like, sleep for a long time? Bears do it all the time. It seems good.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
I'd love to do that. Do I have to go to work for 3 months? Okay, so over on the Fong tribe, GC is irritated with everything, as always, and it feels like he's going to quit for a while. And then he takes a canoe away from camp, and it feels like he's running away from home.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, it would rule if they were like, and we never saw him again.
I thought that's where it was leading. Around the immunity tribe, they have to drop balls down a cliff while blindfolded. Defense tries to stop them from scoring. This is like another great challenge.
Yeah, terrific. This was really good. It was fun to watch a bunch of blindfolded people try to block something.
Yeah, Dan blocks his own ball. Randy is the caller for his tribe and yells at Ace on the opposite tribe to freeze, and he does, and it wins the game for Coda. You know, say what you will.
That worked.
But that was a great move. Ace, not so, more like Jack now, because it's
right.
lower
like
card.
9.
Oh wait, let me try again. Ace, more like 8. Oh.
How did that come out as Orse?
Ace and Morse?
Head empty, only Orse.
Okay, so in the Fong tribe, GC is having a hard time, and Crystal is ready to vote him out. And then she looks through Sugar's stuff and finds Sugar's idol. This, not a fan of. I like Crystal, didn't like Crystal going through Sugar's stuff.
No, don't look through people's stuff.
Don't look through people's stuff. Rule number 1 of society, which we all agree is a macrocosm of Survivor, don't look through people's stuff.
Don't go looking through people's stuff. Even if you know that there's a delicious toffee candy in there and you really want it.
I can't believe you're bringing that story up.
Usually I'm not the one bringing it up.
Yeah, usually you're the one trying to. Why don't you explain that story while I take this sip of water?
When I was 15, I was in a theater class. It was like a drama class. And my friend, I knew, had a Werther's in her bag. And,
which is basically like a hidden immunity idol of high school, let's be honest.
And so I was like, oh, don't mind if I do, when she left. And I thought that she thought that this was some sort of intrusive act. It's like, no, I just wanted the delicious candy.
It wasn't an intrusive act because you wanted something that she had.
Yeah, and I took it.
And how is that wrong?
Sorry, babe, that's the real world.
It's coming back to Paramount Plus at some point. Jeff asks them at Tribal Council how being out there for 15 days has been. And GC talks about how much he misses home. He says he's done suffering. And then Maddie says, there's no quitting. I don't know why I gave him that voice.
Yeah, that's what he sounds like.
That's what he
was
sounds
Maddie here?
I mean,
How
that's
did we get him
what
on
he
the pod?
sounds like. Yeah, well, I DM'd him on Instagram.
Yeah, where'd he go?
DM and an IG, you know?
He really had to go take a shit. But it was nice to have him.
Yeah. Sugar says anyone could have gone through her bag. See, Sugar is smart. I don't get why people make fun of Sugar for being dumb. She's smart.
Sugar is smart. One of my favorite things on this entire episode was when Ken came to talk to her and she was like, oh, no. No, I know what Ace of Steel is.
GC is voted out unanimously. That's fine. I don't think anybody's going to miss him. Do you miss GC?
Not particularly.
Yeah. You know, sometimes it's just your time to go, and everybody knows it. Probably would have voted for himself if he was allowed. Okay, next up we had the second episode we watched this week, which was called He's a Snake, but He's My Snake. Speaking of Ace. This episode first aired on October 23, 2008. Would he have still been 17 years old, Thomas? I too would have also been 17 years old. I'll just edit in you saying yes somewhere in there.
You're just gonna clip the audio from the previous episode.
This last week's episode received 12.81 million viewers and saw GC get voted out. Do you think that increased or decreased the viewership, Thomas?
I'm going to say that 2 million people were despondent about GC getting voted out.
So you're saying, what's your final guess?
10.8 million.
Okay, so people actually really hated GC. Like 500,000 people refused to watch the show if he was on there.
Oh damn, they got back all those Jackie people.
Yeah. 13.31 million viewers this week. We start off with Ace. He says he's looking for his Benedict Arnold. I don't know what that meant. What does that mean?
Someone to betray some other sort of alliance.
I guess. So he's Britain? I guess. I don't know. Metaphors are hard for me. I'll tell you what. All I'm looking for is a nice Arnold Palmer. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Every night, Matty dreams of his dog, food, and girlfriend. I don't feel like I needed to write that in my notes, but it was happening on screen, so I wrote it down. Ace and Matty make an alliance until the merge. I liked this a lot. That they were just like, hey, this is how long it's gonna last. Like, well, let's be honest about it. That was smart of them. I appreciated that. Over on the Coda tribe, Bob Nye the Science Guy and Corinne are upset with how much food Dan has taken. It's always people named Dan on this show fucking up,
Yeah, all these Dans out here.
Dan the Torpedo. Remember that? Speaking of games from childhood.
Yeah, from Hydro Thunder.
Yeah, great game. Bring it back.
Banshee. That's from that game.
Yeah. Dan the Torpedoes. That's also from that game.
I remember being like, what? Because I was like 9 and I was like, they said damn. That's crazy.
They said the D word. Can't say that. Over on Fong, they're low on rice. Ace tells Sugar everyone knows that she has an idol. So Sugar then gives Ace her idol. I didn't fully understand this motivation either. Like, what does Sugar gain from giving Ace her idol?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea was maybe that, like... Yeah, I don't know, because it's like, oh, what is he going to play it for? Or, like, that's not...
Yeah,
At this point, could you play your idol for other people?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't know. I don't know what this was. I don't know why she did this.
I don't either. At the reward challenge, they have to carry a 200-pound snake around a track until somebody can touch the other tribe. The winners...
I loved this.
This was a great challenge. The winners get baked goods, coffee, and tea. This was a great challenge because it was so simple.
I also watched this in the morning, so I was like, baked goods, baked goods, coffee, and tea. It sounds pretty good to me.
What's better than some baked goods?
Folks, we love a baked good.
Because it's baked with love, you know that.
I'll have one baked good, please.
Please, anything. I don't even care. A muffin, a croissant, another thing. A bagel? No, that's boiled. I don't actually know how to make bagels. I did see oh, Thomas, have you gotten any pumpkin spice stuff yet this season? I saw pumpkin spice.
No, I did get an Oktoberfest though.
Oh,
we're in that area.
Yeah, people love it. People love it. Falls right around the corner, and you're probably excited about that as a summer hater. Jeff yells at them during the challenge. Think about those pastries.
Buddy, you don't got to tell me twice.
This is a good challenge. Coda wins, of course. The rich keep getting richer. First they've got money, now they've got baked goods. Well, money can buy baked goods. So, That's a good point. They then try to figure out how to share the baked goods between them. That's the curse of baked goods, as they say.
Yeah, because there's like a school, like, I hope you brought enough for everyone thing.
Yeah, like who's going to eat what? There's only 15 baked goods and there's 8 of us. That means somebody's only getting one. Something like that. I don't know, I didn't count the baked goods. Excuse me for not counting the baked goods.
I don't know why we're talking about this part of the show that much. It was not particularly interesting or important.
Well, I mean, baked goods are good. There's a reason they call them baked goods.
They don't call them baked bads.
They don't call them baked bads. Randy says Dan's been annoying everyone, even me. And if Randy is annoyed...
Yeah.
That means
real
he did
tough to annoy
anything
Randy.
near him. When is Randy not annoyed?
Randy is this guy does not annoy easily unless you are another human being that is in close proximity to him.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he's annoyed all the time because he has never been able to find love and he spends all day videographing weddings?
No, it's probably because he's better than everyone.
Oh, I did forget that he is better than everyone. And smarter. And better looking. See? We can be on Randy's side.
Louder shirts, too. Don't forget that.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Thomas, I was considering that. Should we start calling Randy Flashes?
Randy Flashes.
Yeah.
Randy Flashes.
Over on Exile, Sugar is feeling guilty that everybody is starving while she eats fruit. Sugar, I mean, that's just the life of being rich, you know?
That's what being an American is, Sugar. Get used to it.
Your right to consume. Crystal becomes the target because she's complaining a lot on Fong, I guess. I don't know. But over on Coda, guess what? They catch a turtle. Man, could anything be going more right for Coda?
They're just killing it. Drive. And by it, I mean that turtle.
Yeah, they did eat the turtle, which I was sad to see.
I thought it was fucked up, personally.
Yeah. I love turtles, you know? They're
Leave them alone, they're cool animals.
They're cool animals. Paris, no. At the Immunity Channel, no. Look, Thomas, usually we record on Sunday.
I love the Immunity Channel.
We usually record on Survivor Sundays, you know? And I've got my vocal cords ready. It's been a long day. It's Thailand Thursday. My mouth,
You're just in that you're not in the mindset to talk about Gabon. Your head's all the way over in Bangkok.
Exactly. Thank you for understanding. Anyway, at the Immunity Challenge, oh, how perfectly did I get that out? Pairs run through obstacles in woods and collect flagpole pieces. And that is great. Great challenge.
Yeah, it was cool.
We can all agree. I do love running through the woods challenges.
I like when you are tied to another person when you're running through the woods.
Like those county fair games.
Yeah. What if they did a sack race? That'd be cool.
I'm like 100% sure they've done a sack race at some point on Survivor. Let me do a quick Google sack race Survivor, and then Google will search for it. It's a lot of just a lot of sack race content.
But we won't rest until we get a sack race on Survivor.
Mm-hmm. Sack race on Survivor is kind of the new bring back Jeff Probst jet ski, or as we like to call it, a Jeff ski.
What if the interview where Jeff was like, we're not doing themes anymore, like we're really gonna have a chance to shake things up, and he's like, and we're definitely having a sack race this time.
We've heard you guys talk about how much you want the sack race. Well, yeah, why not just
spoke America and we listened.
Okay, here it is. Sack race. On the beach to the finish line, which is where Jeff Probst is, and he has a single glass of champagne, because that's what he does now. And he says, first two people to cross the finish line are the captains, and then nobody can move, so you can only go by how they're standing in their sack. That's the only information you get. Pretty good season idea. At the end of it,
Jeff goes, I got a sack race for you right here, and he cups his hand over his balls and is immediately fired.
Yeah, good. Then Mayim Bialik takes over.
Goes out to play. Yeah,
she's already in the family.
Guess who's hosting? It's Mayim Bialik. Everyone's favorite person from The Big Bang Theory.
Like, she's already in the CBS family, so that's easy. You know? Just transfer the contract over from Big Bang Theory to Survivor. Can't be that hard.
Nobody on Survivor will be allowed to be vaccinated anymore.
Well, good, because vaccines actually are bad. And I'd rather take horse tranquilizer to stop
get that horse paste out there.
Give me it. So Kota wins this challenge, unsurprisingly. Over on Fong, Maddie wants to flush Sugar's idol. Ace wants to take out Kelly. And then Sugar tells Ken that she gave Ace her idol. So now Ken is with Sugar and Ace. I like Sugar and Ken together.
Well, he's not really with Sugar and Ace. I think he's trying to get her to vote Ace out.
Oh, is he? Look, there's too many people still. I can't keep track of it. There's more people than there are wildlife shots.
Wildlife?
Segment called Wildlife Shots. It's where we talk about the wildlife shots. There was a gorilla. There was a hippo. There was an elephant. There was an eagle, monkey, snake, ants, caterpillar, turtle. Some sort of cow, something. I don't know. Something like that. I didn't recognize it.
You get the idea.
It's like, it looked like a cow, but different. You get it. There's also that electric fish that they caught. It's an electric catfish. These can be found throughout Western Africa. They're going to be about 9 inches long, living in lowland marshes, rivers, and lakes. And did you know, it hasn't been studied much, but it is believed that their electrical charge is used to stun other fish to then eat or ward off predators. And these guys, good news, not even close to being extinct.
Love it.
They're plentiful.
They're out there thriving.
Yeah, I love
Electric catfish, goals.
At Tribal Council, the tribe can't work together. That's it. That's what they talk about. And then Kelly is voted out 4-1. What did you think of Kelly getting voted out?
Yeah, I was fine with it. I don't think she added much.
Yeah, I kind of don't remember much about her.
The back half of this episode was mostly about whether Crystal crying was a sign of weakness. So,
and it is.
Kelly was very pro that. That was really all that happened.
Yeah. So Kelly's voted out 4-1. Who do you want to win at this point? We're a few episodes in, 5 episodes in now. Do you feel like you have a good enough read on certain people that you have a winner pick?
I wouldn't mind Marcus winning. I do actually like him.
Okay.
I'd be fine with Ken winning. Be fine with Sugar winning, even though I know that she doesn't.
You don't know that.
I mean, I do.
Well, no, you are pretty sure, but you don't know.
And I don't know. Bob Nye the Science Guy seems okay.
Okay. Who do you think will win? You're so certain Sugar won't make it. Who will win?
I'll say...
And Kathy's not even on this season, so you can't say her.
No, she's not. I'll say Charlie wins.
Okay. We'll see. We will see. Next week we are watching episode 6 and 7 of Gabon. But Thomas, before we do that, I do have to ask you, did you watch the challenge, Spies, Lies, and Allies last night?
No, I forgot. I forgot to watch the challenge, Ass Grass or Gas.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's getting really good.
Nobody challenges for free.
We're 3 episodes in now. Nam did have to leave, day one because he contracted COVID, apparently.
Oh, that sucks.
Michaela and Michelle, both from Survivor, and their partners had to go up against each other in the first elimination, and Michaela was eliminated first. And then Tommy, remember from Island of the Islands, he won that season. He got a concussion this last episode last night and had to leave the game. So Michelle is the only person from Survivor America left. So it's really good.
It's a real bummer.
As a Survivor fan, it hasn't been a lot of fun yet. But I'm still going to watch it. Love me some TJ Lavin. It's good though. You should
I need to remember to watch it. What kind of music are they playing, Jake?
It is similar to last season. I don't think it's been as specific as like the new wave. You know, they were constantly doing new wave last season. I don't think it's as specific, but it's been good. It's been like music you recognize. You know, I've been watching since TJ's beginning. You know, and it's really interesting to see what music they play in certain eras. Like there was a whole era of like 4 or 5 seasons where all of the music was just dubstep. I was like, this is bad. I can't hear what anyone is saying. It's bad. And then War of the Worlds 2, I think they started playing more popular hits. And I think good move on their part. Good shit. We do love music here on this show. So, Spies, Lies, and Allies, you can get it on MTV or anywhere else you watch television. That's my little advertisement for MTV. They are paying me now. Uptime won't pay us,
Ask your local
MTV.
grocer about the challenge.
Who knows? It's a very popular show. Thomas, what's your Twitter?
You can follow me at Tom.Tom.
You can follow the show at DYWSLN. That's the initial.
Twist the knife. You finally got me. Time to twist the knife.
Well, you know, it only took 300 episodes, but I finally got you on one of them. So it's funny. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Only Survivor Podcast. We're the only Survivor podcast covering Gabon. Okay? Look, Thomas, I had like 2 words near each other that had O's in them, so I kind of combined them, you know? It's like a fun little...
Like you do.
That's a fun little trick you can do with your mouth.
I'm glad that it was like you saw me fall down and like laughed and then walked into an open manhole immediately afterwards.
Yeah. It's like that rake thing, you know? Where you're just walking into the rakes. Anyway, you can... If you want to hear us talk about Just Joey or Just In Sync, or maybe that's 5 guys too many. You don't like hamburgers. Maybe you want to hear us just talk about Justin Timberlake. And that is his name. We have a few shows on Patreon where you can hear us talk about that. You can find them at patreon.com/justpodcasts. And that's worth your time and money. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, we want to give people quality content. It's just, you know, you got to be willing to pay for it.
It's not a scam to retire at 30 years old, okay?
Yeah.
Whoever's saying that, they're wrong.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit that people are saying that. They're cowards. They would never watch Joey. You think that just anyone can watch Joey and talk about it? No.
No. Only Patreon exclusive only. We do want to thank the fans once again. And if those fans are 5-star fans, they are fans who leave us an iTunes review. Thomas, can you give the people a boilerplate review, 5-star review for iTunes, Apple Podcasts, as it is preferred to be called now?
Yeah. Okay. This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
That's good. I just realized that I've been holding my microphone the wrong way almost the whole time. So I hope that doesn't affect the recording.
Pick up a few tricks when you get to 300 episodes, you know? Not working with amateurs here.
Thomas, I heard that this is Tom's Thailand Thursday. I thought you were going to take the lead on this one and tell me which way to hold my microphone, but you didn't, and that's why we need to get back to recording on Sunday.
Yeah, it's off.
Well,
we're wearing our shirts backwards. It's all.
I'm not even wearing a shirt. I didn't need to tell you that, but I did. I got home late. So I didn't have time to change.
You got home and realized you forgot to put a shirt on when you went to work.
I came home from work because I realized I forgot to put a shirt on. Been there all day.
On the train was staring at me.
And then I was like, oh shit, it's 6 o'clock. I have to call Thomas right now. I was still late. I'm sorry about that. But it's alright, because we got this shit done. Next week, Gabon, 6 and 7, Earth's Last Eden. Great shit. Until the next Survivor Sunday, have a great summer. Oh, Survivor Summer.
Fuck.
I caught sight of my reflection. I caught it in the window. I saw the darkness in my heart. I saw the signs of my undoing. They had been there from the start, and the darkness still has work to do. The knotted cords untying, the heated and the holy, oh, they're sitting there on high, so secure with everything.
What if Will Smith was? What if he was in Welcome to Marwin? What if he was the lead?
What if?
Probably would have been done a lot better, I bet.
What if instead Steve Carell was the lead in Gemini Man? There's years of footage of Steve Carell too. There's 20 plus years of footage of Steve Carell. Why can't they do it? Why not? Why not? What if he was on the motorcycle at the end?
Just young, CGI'd Steve Carell.
And people are like, wow, he really does have range. It's the only note I have for Gemini Man is why not Steve Carell in the lead role?
What if they did it with Adam Sandler and it was like old basketball shorts and Public Sandler, and then it was like, you know, like early SNL, Billy Madison era as the young one?
I think that's a great idea. What about Macaulay Culkin? Or what's his name? Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment is being pursued by a child, like him as a child. 7-year-old's going to kill me.
Well, no, obviously, Thomas, they're going to stretch him out. They're going to stretch him out so he fits on the motorcycle.
Yeah, Clive Owen, like, made him better this time. This time he's 7 years old.
Innocent.
The best thing about that one, I was trying to do like a Ray Winstone accent for him. Like, Clive Owen doesn't really sound like that, but also Clive Owen, that whole movie is trying to do an American accent very badly, and then he just kind of gives up.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that he wasn't. I don't know, what is he? British, Hungarian,
yeah,
something.
He's an American. He works for the DIA.
Like Doctor Strange too.
Gemini Man. I've seen Gemini Man as many times as there are Will Smiths in Smith in the movie. I've seen it 3 times. Spoiler, sorry everyone.
Wow. I can't believe you just gave it away like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say your favorite line. I've actually watched it twice. Because that works because I was referencing your bit, but then also
but how you watch 2 episodes
Smiths.
when there's a double episode. Yeah, it was like that. Except that I've watched it 3 times. Fuck you. I almost watched it again on a plane.
Yeah, but we're not talking about.
They had it on the plane out to Vegas, and I was very tempted. But I watched the fugitive instead.
Okay, yeah. Was that good? Was that a good plane watch?
Yeah, it's terrific. Harrison Ford,
Okay.
great.
Great. Yeah, Harrison Ford, great. We can all agree.
It's got,
Nobody's
Jane
not saying
Lynch
it.
Is in it?
Yeah. Jane
Younger,
Lynch is in The Fugitive?
Yeah, she's the fugitive in it, and then Julianne Moore's also the fugitive.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, Jane Lynch is the fugitive in The Fugitive?
Yeah, and Julianne Moore is also the fugitive in the fugitive.
How many fugitives are there in The Fugitive?
More than you think.
It would imply, the title would imply,
Yeah.
much like Gemini Man, that there's a single fugitive. The Fugitive.
I don't think you realize that the real title of it is in parentheses, one of, and then the fugitive, and then there's an S in parentheses. A lot of people miss that. It's very fine print.
It's like a tagline in really fine print above the title that says,
I'm not
this is
one
the
of
story of one of the fugitives.
I'm not one of the people you're chasing who killed their wife. I don't care.
He just has a vendetta against every man who's ever killed his wife.
And every woman. He has a vendetta against Jane Lynch for killing her wife.
Yeah, well, it's a very progressive film for the 1980s.
We have done everything we can in the blood of Eden. So we end as we began, with the man and the woman, and the woman and the man. It was all for the union. Oh, the union of the woman and the man.
Smarten up, Probst.